We're living in an age of disruption, you see. So I think disruption is good sometimes, you see, to help you think and come to the right moment, you see. I would to start with, I would say that this book is exploration into the realm of Indian cultural diplomacy, which is highly celebrated, but not much has been written about it. We hear many other words like public diplomacy, soft power, but cultural diplomacy is not on the horizon. But in practice, I think it is very essential and the foundation, as far as I'm concerned, you see, of diplomacy. My interest in cultural diplomacy was ingrained as a child. See, I realized the importance of connectivity. To me, that's why the cultural diplomacy is about connectivity, how to connect about people to people connectivity. And that is the essence of any diplomacy. If relationship has to be long lasting, it has to be built on people to people basis. The governments come and change, but it is the people you see who sustain it. It is also very important to see in this context to say that my first posting to Moscow, my first dinner by myself on 10th December 1964 was there. I was greeted by the orchestra, Mera Juta Hai Japani, Phir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani. That made me realize that how important it is that I'm recognized, you see, as an Indian and the same thing. And the same thing happened at my last posting in Malaysia, where at the king's birthday, there used to be always, he liked the song at that time, was Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. You see, to me, I think it is very important. It is cultural diplomacy is not kuch kuch hota hai, but sab kuch hota hai. It is the foundation, it is the starting point. Cultural diplomacy is latent, but it is very potent, you see, in the diplomatic structure. What is the future we have? I think we have to, you see, ensure that India wants to be a spiritual guru. But if it wants to be a spiritual guru, it has to understand the idea of India, which is built on pluralism. I think we have to respect identity of others, which is true, but I think the problem comes in when there's a politicization of identities. The problem lies there. The problem is not that we should not have our identity. We should all have identity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's up to us how we decide that. But it is ultimately that to say we have to ensure that we have the will to live together. And the more the world is getting dysfunctional, you see, more the globalization is under stress, there's a greater need for understanding. Cultural diplomacy should become a force for civilizational dialogue, with India taking an initiative for a global cultural dialogue. We may consider instituting an annual Swami Vivekananda lecture or civilizational dialogue to be held alternatively in India and abroad. Let culture diplomacy retain its pristine form as a connectivity bridge. As India imparts its spiritual hue by following and promoting its civilizational values of diversity and pluralism in this globalized world, allowing it to move to the genre of power would be self-defeating, as we would be eroding the whole concept of cultural diplomacy. Let us therefore celebrate Indian cultural diplomacy as it spreads the message of pluralism, pivoted to the idea of India in this globalized world, in keeping with its ethos of Vasudeva Kutumbakam.